We were called in on this job as the experts to solve a water issue. It's a $22 million house right on the Long Island Sound. And sadly, this new renovation on the house, just a few years old, is taking on water. The kitchen is below and water's getting in. The reason being is the flashing detail on this pan under the windows was done insufficiently. Water was getting in. Also, the pan was back pitched. So wind-driven rain coming off the water was just pooling and getting driven into the house. What I chose to use here is a Drexel 032 aluminum in matte black for the metal. It's closest match as we could find to the existing. It looks pretty darn good. Our installer, Paul, is doing a fantastic job bending this new pan. You can see how tight this new coping is versus the old stuff, which is really done poorly. Siding was also very tricky to source. I knew it was an Eastern cedar, but there was a lot of conversation between the homeowner and his builder about what the product was. They thought it was red or a Western cedar, a yellow cedar, and it wasn't. It's Eastern white cedar. Very hard to source. We found it. We're going to be putting that on today. This is day 2. Pretty neat looking. It's a clean look for this house. Also, they had zip system sheathing, which is supposed to be waterproof, but we always go the extra mile and cover either with a shark skin or Grace ice and water. We have Grace on here. You know, it's a rubberized ice and water membrane, fully adhered, and very, very durable. It's heavy duty stuff, very thick, and just completely waterproofs this wall. So you can see we have a lot of redundancy. The Grace goes behind the wall, down and over this coping before the metal. And then the metal sits on top of it. We have this little L bend on the back wall, which comes up the wall, and the siding will lap over that. This thing will be completely dried in. Where it was flawed was under the windows, and they didn't come up because it was too technical for the installer to do. So he just had his pan butting up against the wall there, and that's where the water was getting in. Here's the old pan under the window. This is exactly the piece that was under the window, and it was just a sloppy straight cut and a ton of caulk, and caulk eventually cracks and opens up, and water was getting in.